Hello and welcome Mooresville RIPFEST Diving Club here at the Mooresville Natatorium in Mooresville, Indiana. We're going to talk about spotting for fronts and inwards today. One of the apparatuses we're going to be using is the floor, along with a multicolored banner that has different colors and shapes on it. When we are spinning forwards, we move with the parabola. So our center of mass gets attached to that parabola, which is an arc that we will follow off the takeoff. On fronts, we're spinning with the parabola, so we are spinning pretty quickly. Most of the time, fronts will go long. And if we think about inwards, a lot of times inwards go short because inwards are spinning against the parabola. This is the direction of the parabola. Inwards spin against that. So on inwards, we have to line up closer to vertical, and on fronts, we have to line up farther out in front of vertical. So to practice that, we use visual spotting to do that. I will show you a couple basic rolls on the floor to see what I'm looking for with my eyes. On our fronts, we want to be spotting between 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock if we're thinking about an analog clock. Basic forward roll. Okay. And when I do my roll, I'm going to be looking for the next shape that's directly out in front of me. And in this case, it's a diamond. I can do multiple rolls and I can pick up multiple shapes in my head. And on that one, I was able to see the pentagon and I was able to see the star. Now, when we do regular rolls for a period of time, we can learn to pick that up. And on fronts, that's a water spot, okay? Between the 9 and 6 or 3 and 6, it becomes a water spot for our front. And what we want to work on in practice is not going long, because our fronts are going to spin faster, because every object in motion remains in motion unless acted upon by an outside force. So we have to slow that down by lining up out in front of vertical. So when I do my forward roll, I can transition these into a 1.5 by doing a handstand tuck press up. And if I'm looking at my diamond, that is vertical on fronts. So if I place my hands for the vertical position and then press and line up, I'm going to go long. But if I come through and I see my diamond is vertical and I move to place my hands 4 to 6 inches in front of vertical, that is going to put me to a vertical point where I can stop. So let's show this in real-time action. For a forward 1.5. Front, press up. So on that, you can see that I saw the diamond and I lined up 6 inches in front of the diamond, which allowed me to slow down before hitting vertical. This is a basic drill, but when done over time, can train the eye on where we need to look. Now, if you're having issues on the board with not being able to have differentiation on the water, you can put colored mats on the bottom of the pool. You can throw your different colored Sammies out in the water so you can try to spot your Sammy to find those entries. Again, lining up on 3 meter is always a good practice as well for those front and inward lineups. This is on spotting on fronts. Thank you for joining us.